Hello everyone, my name is Navdeep and today I am going to teach you about linear equations in two variables, which is the topic from class 9 chapter number 4. In this video we are going to discuss the meaning of linear equations in two variables and the way we write it in the form and how to identify the parts of it. So let's first talk about the meaning. First of all, we have is linear equations. Now, what exactly we mean by linear equations? So, if I write a random equation like 2x plus 2 equals to 0, so is it a linear equation? How do we identify it? In a linear equation, the degree of the equation is always 1. So, where to check the degree? With the variable. Here we have is x as the variable. So what is the degree of x? Since there is no power of x, so we take it as 1. So here the degree of this equation is 1 and it is a linear equation. Now the next part is variables. Is it an equation in two variables? No, it's an equation in one variable. What exactly is equation in two variables? If I write x plus y equals to 3, then this is the equation in two variables because we have one as x and the second variable as y. So now is it a linear equation? Yes, because the degree of x is also 1 and the degree of y is also 1. So it is a linear equation but in two variables. Okay, so let's now talk about writing the equation in the standard form. So we have a standard form to write the equations in two variable, that is ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers. Here a is the coefficient of x and b is the coefficient of y, and c is a constant term. And the second condition is a and b are both not 0. It means that the coefficient of x and the coefficient of y should not be 0. So this is, for example, we have an equation here, 3x plus 2y equals to 5. Here the value of a, that is the coefficient of x, is 3, and the value of b, which is the coefficient of y, is 2. And what is the value of c? Constant. For that we need to convert it into the standard form. And how do we convert it into the standard form? Let's write 3x plus 2y 2y. Now take this 5 to the left side, because at the right side it must be 0. Minus of 5. When you take this 5 to the left side, the positive sign will be converted to negative sign, equals to 0. Now can you identify the constant value? Let's see. C is equals to 5. But what will be the sign? Here in the standard form it is ax plus by plus c. But here we have is minus. So the value of c is minus 5 and not plus 5. Because this is just a standard or general form, we have to consider the signs of the numbers. Okay. So if I write 3x plus 5 equals to 0. So is it an equation in two variables? Let's find out. We can write it as 3x plus For writing it into standard form, 0y we can write, because at the end it will be 0 only, plus 5 equals to 0. Now we have this equation in the standard form, but according to the second condition, a and b are both not 0, but in this equation the value of a is 3 but the value of b is 0. It means it's not an equation in two variables, it is the equation in one variable only. So a and b both should not be 0. Okay, so now let's do some practice question. So question number 1 is 2x plus 3y equals to 4.37. We have to identify the parts, like we have to write it in the standard form, ax plus by plus c equals to 0. So what is the value of a here? What is the coefficient of x? 2. What is the coefficient of y? It's 3. And what is the value of c? What is the value of constant? Again we will convert this into the standard form, that is 2x plus 3y. We will take this 4.37 to the left side, and for that the sign will change from positive, it will become negative, equals to 0. Now you can identify c, it is minus of 4.37. Next question we have is 5x minus 3y equals to 4. Again, first write the standard form, ax plus by plus c equals to 0, and convert the equation into standard form. 5x minus 3y minus 4 equals to 0. Now write the value of a, b and c. A, which is the coefficient of x, is 5. B, which is the coefficient of y, is minus of 3. Be careful here, it's minus. Here we have is plus, but the sign here is minus. Value of c is minus 4. Clear? Next question, and the last question for today. 2x equals to y. Now this looks very much different from the standard form. What exactly is the standard form? Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. So let's write it in the standard form. 2x, y will come to left side, sign will change, minus y, but there is no c, so what we can write? Plus 0 equals to 0. So here value of a is 2, value of b, which is the coefficient of y, is minus of 1, and value of c is 0. So the value of constant can be 0, but the value of a and b cannot be 0, because the constant, if it's 0, the equation is still in two variables and the degree is 1. So it's a linear equation in two variables. So the constant can be negative, positive, or 0. Thank you. I hope you understood the topic.